Yeah. If you could give one piece of advice to college graduates, what would it be?
Two pieces of advice. I know you said one. I'm going to give two. Number one, you don't have to have it figured out. It feels like the culture we brought up kids in today is you're 21 years old, 22 years old, whatever you are, and you graduate. You've got to have the next 25 years of your life planned out. That is unhealthy and unrealistic and is a massive burden because it's creating this anxiety and stress that's totally unnecessary. You should be leaving college hopeful, like excited, whether you know what's ahead or not. It's like anything's possible. Maybe you know what's next. Awesome. But just because you know what's next doesn't mean you know what's next after that, next after that, next after that. And so that as I interact with college, because like I feel this pressure, this burden of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So what? That's the beauty of it, is that you don't have to know. And once you can actually find freedom in that versus seeing that as a burden, again, I got a degree in management information systems. And when I left college, I graduated and worked at a funeral home for $7.50 an hour. I was an embalmer's assistant. So I had a college degree making $7.50 an hour. I was on call every other night and every other weekend. Somehow convinced Megan to not only date me, but marry me in the midst of that season. But I did that for 6 months, and then I went back and worked at a summer camp. I was a college graduate, $7.50 an hour. And by the way, the average pay for my major, the average starting pay for my major was $45,000 a year. And I was making $7.50 an hour. And everyone I went to class with all went on to these jobs, onto these careers. They're working for whatever companies, like they're launching their life, their career, their path. And I went to work for like minimum wage, hanging out with dead people. And making mom and dad real proud, right? Like college graduate, working with dead people, making $7.50 an hour. And I was one of those kids, I think, unless I was delusional, like I was a pretty good kid, like a respected kid. People thought I was a good guy, considered a leader, whether I'd earned that or not. And I came out of school doing nothing. Hung out with dead people, and then went to be a college counselor or a camp counselor, and doing a job that college kids do, that I'd done in college. And it's like there was part of me that felt like I'm missing out. I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm not on the right path. And so there was some of that burden. But it's like now I'm 37. Things turned out fine. It's like so whatever I thought I didn't know, I was right, but I also didn't have to know it. And so if I'm a college student, it's A, you don't have to have it figured out. B, the best advice I was ever given about being in my 20s is it's all about your 20s is about the boss that you have. And so if you want to start something on your own, great. You have no risk right now. But whatever you do, find a mentor, a boss, a mentor, someone who will intentionally pour into you whatever they've been given. And the key after that to keep going is once you're in their shoes, you need to pour back into the people because you were freely give as you were freely given. You need to pass on whatever wisdom and experience you earn in life to other people. So find a great boss. You don't have to have it figured out. Find a mentor, and you don't have to have it all figured out.